everyone, welcome back to the vlog. Oh my goodness, this feels so strange. I haven't done a vlog like this for a very long time. As you might be able to tell, I'm actually at home, so I've set you up old school style. And when I say old school, I do actually mean old school, because the tripod that I normally use is at the studio, and you are currently balanced against the top of my cafetiere. So yes, it's been a long time since I've done a kind of general chit-chatty catch-up sewing vlog, and that is what today is going to be. So I posted on Instagram a few weeks back to say that I was really aware that I hadn't vlogged for quite a long time, and with all the changes and things in the business, I kind of felt like this was the natural route to take, which was kind of coming back to the general kind of sewing chat, but I didn't know whether people would still be interested. Lots of people said on Instagram and Facebook that you would be, so here I am. Yes, I've got my cup of tea and I've got some fabrics, because although I might not have been doing a huge amount of sewing for myself lately, as ever, I have been fabric shopping. So those of you that have followed for a while will know that obviously we have a sewing studio where we teach classes and workshops for all levels, abilities and all ages. We teach children and adults from complete beginners all the way through. I teach a lot of the classes and have a lot of other teachers that teach for me. But we also had a fabric shop, which last year we closed our bricks and mortar fabric shop and bought everything online. And what we have discovered as we've been doing that is that, I mean, one, for me personally, it has been wonderful to be able to concentrate on teaching and just running classes and making sure they're as brilliant and amazing and full of knowledge and resources as we can make them, without having to also run almost a pretty separate business of a fabric shop. I know that's been really disappointing for some of you that would prefer to come in and touch and feel fabrics. So I am really genuinely very sorry about that, and it does make me sad that we don't get to see as many people as we used to from the kind of fabric shop perspective. But I'm loving being able to spend more time with our students, and that is kind of the way we intend for things to stay. We probably are going to start introducing some more fabrics back in online, but just a small kind of selection of things. We still sell a small selection in the studio for classes, and we obviously do have the online website, but it's not been a focus for us. So what that does mean, on a really selfish perspective, is that I've now been able to start shopping at other people's fabric shops again without having this strange sense of weird guilt that I should only be buying from or kind of taking from our shop stash and doing videos about those. So I feel like now I can kind of come back to how it all began and actually think about the kind of sewing that I enjoy, which has been really nice and really refreshing. And I can't believe it, but this month, well actually last month at the end of February, the business was 6. So Satisfaction was officially registered on the 28th of February 2017. So the website then launched in the April, and the studio later that summer. So yeah, we're kind of officially 6 years old and just coming up to kind of publicly being 6, which feels really strange. There's been lots of kind of changes over that time, but I feel like now we're in a really good place. I'm loving, as I say, being able to come up with class plans and teach more people and spread the kind of knowledge and the joy of sewing a little bit further has been really wonderful. And because we haven't got the distraction of the shop, we're actually I was looking at some reports yesterday, and so far this year we are teaching sort of 35% more people in classes than we were this time last year. So yes, I realise that for some of you that are further afield, it might not be that great that you can't get your fabrics from us anymore, but there are positives to it, so I hope you'll still stick with this. And I am hoping that if I can get back into the routine of coming on here and chatting to you guys, I'll be able to provide you with some more content again, more of the kind of tips and tricks and tutorials that I used to do. Right, so before I get into my age-old habit of rambling away, let me show you some fabrics, because I do have some sewing plans. Now, this one actually is from the shop, but purely because I want to make a pattern that I've never made before. It is a McCall pattern, and I knew this would happen because I'm going to pop a picture of it up here. The name of it escapes me. I will pop the name of it here so you can see. It's a really popular pattern. You'll probably have heard of it. It's a very kind of smocky shape with a crossover front. It's designed to be quite loose fitting. I've seen so many versions of them online that I had to get on the bandwagon. And I have actually been planning this one for ages. I ordered the pattern split in 2 sizes, and I ordered the wrong size bracket. So then I had to reorder the smaller one. And I do find that a bit frustrating that often the big 4 do that, and it's not entirely clear sometimes which one you're ordering. But it probably was me just not paying attention. So yeah, I'm going to make my first version out of this viscose because I absolutely love it. We've still got some of it in the shop, and I just really love the print. I love the colours. I think it's really good for this time of year because I can dress it up or down, and you've kind of got that black background but with the spring-like colours. So I'm going to make my first version in that because I want to make a couple of adjustments and just try it out before I make it in my favourite or current favourite fabric, which I got from the lovely Fabric Godmother. I'll link everything obviously as usual down below. This is like a viscose crepe. Can you see this? How amazing is this? So Fabric Godmother, they do their own prints and designs now. So this is the first time I've purchased anything from them in years, and I was not disappointed. I'm not sure if you can see the texture of that. Can you see? Yeah, there you go. Can you see this? It's got this lovely kind of dobby effect. Soft crepe, it's a viscose, and I just couldn't resist this kind of celestial print. As soon as I saw it, I had to nab it. So I think I got 2.5 meters of that, just because in fact, I didn't even know what I was going to make with it. I just knew I wanted to make a dress out of it. And I think that the McCall's pattern and this will pair up really nicely. Obviously, I haven't had the camera set up like this before. In future videos, it won't be on the cafetiere. I will get the tripod. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how the picture quality and everything comes out. It does look slightly dark, so apologies in advance. Let me know your thoughts and I'll work on it going forward. Yes, so that's for that pattern. I then did a little online order elsewhere for these amazing viscoses. Sorry, I'm just getting out of the little bag that they sent them in. This was from Rainbow Fabrics. Don't know if you've heard of them. I liked the little picture on the back there. And I ordered a couple of dead stock fabrics. They're both viscoses. So this one, which is red with the flowers on, I do believe they still have this in stock as well. It was only a couple of weeks ago that I ordered it. I don't actually have a plan for this one. I was thinking that if I make the smock dress, that I would probably want to make loads and loads of them. So it may well end up being one of those, because I've got 2 meters of this as well. But I'm not entirely sure yet. One of my students at the moment is making the Deer and Doe Magnolia dress, and I do absolutely love the look of it, and I've still not made it. I'll pop the picture of it up here. And I actually think we have the paper pattern version of it still. So I may nab that and make one of those, because I think that would be stunning for the summer. And then I have also got this one. I believe that Rainbow Fabrics said these are ex Nobody's Child dead stock fabrics, and I love Nobody's Child. I love all their prints. I've got quite a few of their ready to wear dresses. So yeah, these are all dead stock fabrics from Rainbow Fabrics, meaning that they were produced for retailers. to use in their ready-to-wear collections, and I believe that, yeah, I'm pretty sure they said these ones were from Nobody's Child. So that's that one. And for this one, I'm thinking of there is a top pattern from a company that I've not used before, but I've had it printed. It's called Stitch Witch Patterns, and I'm going to pop the picture of the pattern and the name of it here, but it's like a cropped cross front wrap top, and I really like the look of it. Again, you can tell I'm thinking kind of spring summer for all my makes at the moment. They're all lightweight viscoses, and yeah, pretty summery styles, but that's because I'm really hoping that it stops being so grey and cold. And I just really liked the look of the pattern. I just thought it was quite an unusual shape and style. I hadn't seen any other patterns similar to it, so and it looks relatively simple, so I think I'm going to give that a go. Plus, I always really like looking at new pattern companies and seeing their instructions and their patterns and stuff. And on their, sounds really silly, but on their PDF patterns, if you get the A4, if you print the A4 version, you know the little pieces that you have to line up to make sure that the pattern is all correct when you stick it together. They're little like stars and moons and celestial prints. And for some really childish reason, that really appealed to me. So that's part of the reason why I bought the pattern as well. So yeah, that's a few dresses and a viscosy top for summer. And then I'm flipping it kind of back to where we are at the moment. I went on a trip to Edinburgh a few weeks ago with one of my good friends. I've been wanting to go to Edinburgh for years. I wanted to go to Scotland for years and I haven't, and me and my friend on a whim decided to book a weekend in Edinburgh, which we did. It was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I thoroughly recommend it. It's a lovely city. We packed loads into kind of 3 days, and one of the things that I made sure I made time to do was I went and visited the lovely Edinburgh Fabrics and bought myself some of their Harris tweed. You can see I bought a few different ones. Again, it's the first time I've been in someone else's fabric shop for a really long time, and even just that was just, yeah, it's hard to explain, but it's obviously there's parts of me that think, oh, I miss my little shop, because I do, but actually it's quite a relief to not be the one having to worry about stocking a shop and you know, working on a Sunday in the shop and doing all of those kind of things. And it's nice to be able to go around and visit fabric shops and, like I say, not feel any guilt at spending money and supporting other people. So that was nice. The first one I bought this one, which is amazing. I actually already knew before I went in. I had a little check online of which ones they had in stock of the Harris tweed. I wanted to get the Harris tweed because I was in Scotland. It was my first trip to Scotland, and I wanted something, yeah, kind of unique. I know I can buy Harris tweed online, but I wanted to kind of bring it back from there. So yeah, I just couldn't resist this. Clueless vibes, I think. This is a really wide one. This is 1.60 m wide, and I got a metre of it. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to make out of this yet. I was sort of hoping I could make a really simple cropped jacket, like 3/4 length sleeves, sort of more boxy Chanel shape. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough fabric to do that. But if I could, I do think that would be amazing, and I could live out all my kind of like clueless dreams. If not, I'll probably make like a little simple shift dress style in it, because I love those colours so much. On a similar vein, I got another piece in a kind of coordinating purple. This one, I do believe, I hold this up for you. I do believe this one is milled just for Edinburgh Fabrics. I think I read that they, in the shop, that they have a range that Harris Tweed makes specifically for Edinburgh Fabrics, and you can only get some of their weaves from there, and this is one of those, this gorgeous kind of heather purple. So yeah, I'll either do something where I kind of link the two together, or I was just going to make this into a very simple plain skirt, because I thought that would be lovely. And then because I couldn't resist, I also got this one. I've just got 1/2 metre of this one. And this one I'm going to make a couple of flat caps. I'm going to use the Waves and Wild flat cap pattern. I'll pop a picture of it up here. I've made a few versions of this now. One of my students actually bought the pattern in and was making one, and I loved it, so I couldn't resist this one. So I'm going to make a couple for my partner and his son, so that they've got little matching flat caps. I just thought that'd be really nice. So those are my most recent fabric purchases. Obviously there's plenty there for me to be getting on with. I remember back in the days, like when I first started vlogging, like 8 years ago, where I would come up with about 20 different fabrics, and then the following month I'd show you like 20 different things that I'd made. Realistically, life isn't like that anymore, but I'm going to do my best to get on with a few of those. And I do actually have this one. Look, I thought I'd show you it because then I can count it in my makes. This is one of our French terries. I don't think we've got this in stock anymore, but it is cut and ready for me to sew up as a sample, but I'm going to wear it of one of our jersey dresses. It's a pattern that's drafted just for our jersey dress course. So I'm going to aim to get this sewn up and then do another video with some overlocker. You can see my overlocker in the background. Some overlocker tips, because quite a few of you asked me for those when I mentioned about doing some tutorials online. So that is my plan. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the fabrics. I hope that's giving you a little bit of inspiration. I'm going to watch some sewing vlogs to kind of get myself back in the sewing vlogging mood. And hopefully I will see you again very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.